Welcome everybody to one of the most exciting events that I have done. And this is saying something because I've done a lot of really exciting events. I'm so over the moon. We've actually got people here from the US waking up early and from Australia staying up very late today. And a huge shout out to my tech team, a huge shout out to admin team, Run, Joe, Warren, Cherie, Gemma, everybody else involved. The work that has gone into what you're going to see today is just electrifying. I am so incredibly excited. I want to point out, ladies and gents, that today is still a beta testing. It's not going to run 100% perfectly. There might be a few little errors. There's some copy we've got to work on. Some little styling issues might not work as well as it should on mobile, for example. Don't worry about that. We're working on it. What matters, though, is the overall functionality of what is going to be happening today. Now, what's the agenda for today? In phase one, I'm going to take you through in the first 15 to 20 minutes. I'm going to take you through the overall process of how to make money from your referrals and how you as an individual, potentially, if you want to be a client, can actually come and book meetings and pay for a referral. This might not make too much sense to you and say, paying for a referral, I can make money by introducing people. Yes, our team has been working tirelessly to build something incredibly special. And I'm super proud of to do something that no one, as far as I know, has done before, like Star Trek, the Enterprise, to boldly go where I don't think anyone has gone before, to build a platform that will allow super connectors or even just ordinary people to make money from warm introductions. So as you know, our philosophy, we try to avoid things like fake LinkedIn profiles and automation and spam and hard sales pitches, all of that kind of thing. What we're here to do today is show you the way in which you can earn revenue from making warm referrals. I'm going to begin very quickly to set the scene. There are companies out there, lead generation companies, and we hope many of you lead generation companies will join us as well. Now, lead generation companies will tell you that they will charge anywhere between $300 to $500 minimum to book one appointment. They get on the phone. They're harassing people. I don't like to use the word harassing. I've been one of those people. I know what it's like, so I'm not judging. You're phoning people. You're trying to book that appointment for a client. The client is paying that. You've got telesales people. You're emailing people. You're messaging them on LinkedIn, social media. You're trying to book that meeting. And the client generally is going to pay anywhere from $300 to $500 all the way up to $1,000 to $1,500 to book one great quality meeting. That's what people are paying out there. So I want you all to know that that is the current state of affairs with regards to the lead generation industry. However, if you think about it, isn't it really exciting? Because we have those networks already. Many of you know the senior people that people are paying to get in front of. They might be your clients, your friends, family members. They might be business colleagues. So right now, what is happening in the world is people don't put a value on their referrals. We just do them all for free. But maybe it's time that we change that. Maybe it's time we put a platform together that says, you know, our referrals are valuable and we can charge a fee for it. And it can be a fee and or commission on top of that. And the presentation I'm going to show you today, which I'm so excited, is going to be around showing you how this works. So for phase one, the first 15 to 20 minutes, I'm going to take you guys through the process. Okay, I'm going to run you through it relatively quickly. In phase two, we're going to go through a bit more of a demo. Okay, and I'm going to go into more detail. I'm going to take you into more detail. The first 15 minutes for most of you, it should be enough. You'll see how it works. You don't need the detail. If you're like me and you're what's called a high red personality, if it's written on the back of a matchbox, it's enough detail. Any more than that, it's too detailed. So to begin with, I'm going to take you through the matchbox version. After that, we're really going to start getting into more detail, and I'm going to show you guys how to turn your network into money and how you as an individual can pay for a warm introduction that is guaranteed. I know you've all got lots of questions. How the heck is he going to do this? We're going to show you. All right, guys, are we ready to begin? Are we ready to get going? Beautiful. Okay. It's wonderful to see almost 50 people here today. A reminder, this is being recorded. It's going out. A lot of people in the US, Canada, South America, and of course, Australia and Asia are going to be watching the replay. So this is for you guys, and a big shout out. Sorry you couldn't make it, but don't blame me for waking up too early or staying up too late. All right, so let's get going. So let's begin with phase one. I'm going to start taking you guys through the process All right. Then we're gonna go into questions and answers after that, and then we're gonna go into more detail. Okay. And I want your feedback. If you're watching the replay, the links to everything I'm going to show you will be in the description of the YouTube video. Also, I want your feedback. So email me, contact me, and give me your guys' opinions. If you see a problem, it's all fine. Absolutely, you're going to get a copy of this recording. You will. So somebody just asked me there. Okay. Cherie is going to be monitoring the chat, and Cherie and Jim are going to be letting people as they come in. All right, guys, I am so excited to show you now. Let's get going. Okay. The process is as follows. To begin with, I'm going to show you the affiliate program. Now, this is not going to be for everybody on the chat at the moment, but I'm going to quickly paste the affiliate link onto the chat. Now, what does affiliate mean? Now, there is a form that can be filled out. It's called One Meeting Can Change Your Life. Tap into our referral network, pay to get in front of the right person. This is going to be the form that clients are going to fill out in order so that they can pay for a referral. And that referral is going to be guaranteed and the meeting is guaranteed. We're going to hold the money until the meeting takes place, and then we pay the person who made that referral. And the back-end process facilitates that whole process from start to finish. And we will make sure that works for you. An affiliate is somebody that knows clients. In other words, you might know a client who wants to fill out this form. You might know a client who's paying a lead generation company at the moment, paying a significant amount of money, preferably hundreds of dollars, for one meeting, right? What if you know a client like that? You can become an affiliate, fill out an affiliate form. You'll get an affiliate code, which will take you to this form. If one of your clients or anybody you know fills out this form with your affiliate code, then you will get 5% of whatever they spend through our system in perpetuity, forever. So all you need to do is introduce a client. You don't have to do any work. You do not have to do any referrals. That's what's called an affiliate. Later, I'm going to show you how the rest of it works, where you actually can be a client or you can be a referrer. And that's the more detail I'm going to go into just now. Okay, so for those of you who want to quickly sign up to an affiliate, it's going to go into the chat now. There, it's in the chat. You can fill out that form now very quickly. Just quickly fill it out and you will become an affiliate and you'll get an affiliate link. I'm not going to talk about the affiliate again. I think that makes sense to everybody. Please, can you just make sure you're on mute, whoever's unmuted there, Cherie? Can you just make sure that person's muted? Thanks, guys. Okay, so this is the affiliate. If you want to be an affiliate, fill out the affiliate form now and you will get a link to this. Right, let's get going. One meeting can change your life. Tap into our referral network. What is our referral network? That is my most trusted users of the Chrome extension that are adding their trusted connections into a separate database. It's those people that have taken their LinkedIn connections that are actually trusted and separated them. So we don't have bots, we don't have automation, there's no spam, that's our philosophy, no fake profiles. Everybody in our network is a trusted connection of everyone else. They are real human beings. We have 2,000 active users right now in My Most Trusted, and it's growing daily, and a total database of over 15,000 people. So this is for a client to fill out. If you're a client, one meeting can change your life, which basically says we will get you in front of the right person and we will guarantee that meeting. You will get a personal referral to meet a high quality individual that fits your criteria. All our referrals are trusted one-to-one connections. They have not been coerced or spammed. I want to make sure this is right. So if you're a lead generator and you're struggling to get your clients meetings, this is going to help you get those meetings. We want to work with lead generators. If you work with a lead generation company, you can continually to work with them. Or if you're a client that wants to book a meeting with a high quality individual to get in front of them, you will fill out this form. Your meeting is guaranteed, but the results of that meeting are entirely up to you. I want to make that clear. And as you start seeing how this will roll out, you are going to understand the process. Okay. So the first step is a client will fill this out. If you're somebody who's going to make money from referrals, we're going to talk about you later and how the jobs are going to come to you. So sit back and relax. This is how a job is started. A client fills out their first name, surname, email address, and country. So anybody who wants to be a client, I'm going to paste that link into the chat right now. Okay. Client dash, there we go. Cherie, won't you just please do the affiliate link again? Actually, I see it there. It's okay. I'll just frame it with affiliate so you guys don't get confused. So there's a client link and there's affiliate. If you want to become an affiliate, there's your affiliate link. So if you want to become a client, you can fill this form out very quickly right now, and it's going to take you to the details of the meeting that you want to book. Just checking with Cherie if there's any questions that are extremely urgent. We want to get to Q&A later, but if there's really anything biting, Cherie will answer your questions in the chat, or you feel free to interrupt Cherie if there's something really pressing that I can answer. But for now, I think it's relatively straightforward. You just fill in your details. If you're a lead generation agency or company, you can tick the box. But if not, and you want to book the meeting, that's great. You might want to book the meeting for a sales purpose. That's what most meetings are. You might want to meet with an IT director. You might want to meet with somebody, a small business owner, a big business owner, a manufacturing company. Maybe you want to meet with somebody who's in HR because you want a job. The fact is, one meeting can change your life, and you're willing to pay for a warm introduction. That warm introduction will come your way. Okay, once you've filled out that form, this client form, you now create what's called a job card. So you're about to ask our community for a referral. Please specify the details of who you want to be introduced to so they can refer you to that perfect person. Once again, this is beta testing, guys. So it's live. You guys can use it. It's ready to go. That said, there could be issues. There could be problems. So we really encouraging you, right, to fill out this form and take a chance. If you want to pay for the meeting and you say spend $30 or $50 or $100, normally we only refund 70% of that amount. So it's really important. I'll get to the terms and conditions later, but your money is safe up to 70%. However, if you fill out this form during beta testing, I personally guarantee 100% of your money. So if it's not working for you and you've put $100 into this because you want to find a really, really brilliant meeting and it's not working for you in a couple of weeks and you're not comfortable, I will refund all your money. Okay. So I just want you to know that you have my personal guarantee, but normally only 70% can be refunded. And I'll take you through the terms and conditions just now. Right. We guarantee the meeting. We do not guarantee, nor do we charge for any follow-up meetings with that person. You're about to go to our network and ask for a referral to a specific type of person. You will be able to check that person. But remember, if that meeting is great or not great, it's up to you. If you can't sell, I'm sorry, it's not our problem in terms of the fee. However, as you'll see just now, there's something we're going to talk about with regards to commissions that is also an option. I'll get to that in a second. Once you complete this form, you'll be taken to our payment gateway to pay for the leads requested. So if you think I want to meet with 10 lawyers in Toronto, and I'm willing to pay $50 per meeting, you will then pay $500, and we will keep that money in from our side safe. Consider it sort of like escrow. Okay. What will then happen is we'll take the money and then we will keep that so that the person who's going to do the referral knows that their money is going to be guaranteed. Your money sits safely with my most trusted network until the meeting has been concluded. We've got a payment gateway that runs off Stripe and it's all done. Yeah, it's slick. It's really great. And you'll see that when you fill out the form. Before the introduction is made, you will view the LinkedIn profile of your proposed introduction. If you are not happy with the quality of that proposed introduction, you have the right to reject it. Okay, so if you want to meet 10 lawyers in Toronto and somebody goes, hey, I know a lawyer of Toronto, you will check the LinkedIn profile of that lawyer first and then decide if you want to meet them or not. If you want to reject it, you have the right to do that. No questions asked. You will not lose any money and the referring person will not be paid. Once you have agreed, please write down your questions. If you guys have got any questions, we need feedback. So please write down your questions and let us know. And if you want to put them in the chat, please put question dash, then your question, so we can see those in the chat. Once you have agreed to the proposed introduction, then the introduction will take place. The referrer will introduce you in whatever way they feel is most appropriate. Some people might introduce you via LinkedIn. Some people might introduce you via email. Different people have got different preferences. What matters is that introduction takes place. And that's not going to be connected directly to us, but only when the introduction takes place and you've had the meeting. So once you've confirmed to have had the meeting, then we pay the referrer. And I'm going to take you through the process in more detail just now. If the meeting is a no-show, then that meeting will be rescheduled, but 2 no-shows will result in us abandoning the introduction and trying again. So I want you guys to hopefully see that we're trying to leave no stone unturned. Right. So when you're a client, okay, if you're a client, this is a job card. Look at this like a bit like a job card. We call it a referral job card. So for example, carefully describe who you would like to be introduced to. I want to meet owners of manufacturing companies in Australia. How many introductions would you like? 3. Any specific geographic regions anywhere in Australia is fine. Okay. How much are you willing to pay per referral in US dollars? Well, these are manufacturing companies. They're quite high quality. I'm currently paying a good $500 to $800 per meeting at the moment. So if I get away with $100 for a good meeting, that's an absolute bargain. So I'll say $100. Right. Are you willing to offer additional commission if the lead converts? Very important, guys. In phase 1, which is what we've launched now, the referrer keeps 100% of this amount. In other words, if you say, I'll pay $100 per meeting, or I'll pay only $30 for a meeting, but I'm going to pay 5% of the total deal for a year or something along those lines, then whatever deal you work out here is between you and them, the person who refers you. We don't get involved in that. So you're welcome to sweeten the deal, and it's up to you whether you want a higher amount for the fee or a lower amount for the fee, but a higher up end. So you can say, listen, I'm going to pay a lot of money. You can earn a lot of money if a deal takes place, but you cannot make this zero. Okay, so we're not one of those commission only type crowds. There's some really good commission only salespeople out there that you can chat to. There's brilliant people, and that's not how we work. You've got to put some skin in the game. Okay, even if it's a small amount. Are there any exclusions? Anyone you don't want to be introduced to? Please don't introduce me to the big 5 manufacturing companies in Australia or whatever. Okay, don't introduce me. They are my clients or whatever they are. I'm just sort of, as you can see, guys, I'm just kind of making this up, but you can specifically say who they want. It's really important, right, to not say, I want to meet anybody who needs life coaching, anybody who thinks that they are not living their authentic, true human self and want to take over the world and become the best that they can be. That's who I'm looking to meet. That's not a good introduction, guys. Okay, you've got to be more specific. I'm looking to meet burned out nurses who are working 12-hour shifts. They're exhausted and they need to make a life change. Those are the great introductions to make. Okay, so be specific. Also, don't say, I want to meet this specific individual. If you want to say, I'm looking to meet anybody who is a director level of above from these 20 companies, you could potentially do that as well. It's up to you. So you can specify who you want to reach out to. And then very briefly explain what you want to sell and your approach to selling. Are you a hard seller or do you build relationships? This is where you can talk a little bit about what you're doing. If you say, I'm going to sell this person the biggest life insurance policy they've ever seen in their life, probably not going to get referrals. The people who are referring you know and trust these people. So you really want to say, I take a soft sell approach. I build a relationship with that person. I get to know them. And then when I've done a diagnosis and understand their needs, then do I do a proposal that fits them. So it's important that your selling approach is mentioned to the referrer. And finally, you have the right to cancel this job anytime from now until you personally approve an introduction. Once you get that LinkedIn link and you've approved that LinkedIn link, you've now triggered that referral to take place. And I'm going to go into in a bit more detail just now. If you choose to cancel, you'll receive 70% of your money back. For those of you now, from while this in beta, I will guarantee 100% of it. Okay, guys. So I really encourage you guys to please fill this form out and give it a go. I want you guys to try it and throw, even if it's just a $30 one from now. Give us a go. Let's play around with it. Let's see if we can work. And even if it's only one meeting, that's also fine. There could be a few issues. There could be a few problems. You know, this won't go live on our network for probably until Monday. So when it goes live to our network and the new version goes live, but I just want you to know that your money is safe. Okay, so you cannot cancel a job once you've approved a proposed introduction. And if a meeting you approve does not take place for whatever reason, it will be flagged as abandoned and we will try again to find a new meeting at no extra cost to you. All right, now what's going to happen, all right, is in the back end, right? Once you've submitted this form, a bunch of stuff is going to happen in the back end, which I'm going to show you in the second part of this meeting in the next 10 minutes or so. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hand over to Joe, and I'm going to show you from the My Most Trusted perspective what happens. Now, if you're looking to make money from a referral, this is now where you need to watch carefully, because within My Most Trusted, you are now going to be able to create jobs. Okay, and you're going to see them. Now, for those of you who don't know what My Most Trusted is, we maybe if stay on right till the end, we'll give you an introduction, but we've got lots of videos and I have lots of events, but stay on till the end. Don't worry if you're not familiar with My Most Trusted yet. It's a simple tool and you will be. For now, you'll have everything that you need to know. Okay, so under this My Most Trusted, and Joe's going to share his screen now, is we're going to create a new tab. My Most Trusted users know these tabs. We're going to create a new tab, right? Which is where you can make money and where your jobs are going to be listed. So all you need to do is keep an eye on the jobs that are available and you will be able to go, oh, I want that job. I know a lawyer. I know a vet in New York City. I know somebody in IT. I can give you the introduction. Is the money good? Oh, he's offering $200. Brilliant. That sounds fantastic. Let's do it. Okay. Joe, are you ready to go? Can you share your screen now? And can we get moving with that?
Thanks, Scott. Sure, in a sec.
Brilliant. Okay, so what we're going to show you now is again, guys, this is Dev, remember? So this will be live. Probably we're going to aim to have this live by around Monday. We'll try to get it done by Friday, and then unfortunately, Google can take a few days to get going. So the back end of all the forms you've seen right now are working great. You can fill out the affiliate forms. You can fill out everything. Right, this is My Most Trusted. Can you guys see that cool new tab? There's actually two new tabs. There's one called Super Connectors above it. We're going to do that in another time, guys. We're not going to talk about that today. So Joe, take it away. Just quickly show them the Refer and Make Money tab.
Sure. This is the new tab that we have right now. When the job requests come in, they come as a list with the proper description that Scott mentioned. And right at the top of the tab, you can be able to see the number of jobs that are available without even getting to open it. And let's do this. Well, if you know somebody who matches the criteria of the job, you can be able to navigate to their profile. And let's just go to one. I'll go to Gamer's profile.
Just while you do that, Joe, so what is happening, guys, is this will be the list of your jobs, and you can immediately see. So this job is worth $30. Okay. Now, remember, we take 30% of the referral fee. We take 0% of any commission on top of that. So that's our fee, which we hold for you. So in this particular example, the description is, I would like to meet owners of manufacturing companies in Australia. The buyer profile, I'm relationship driven. I really get to know the person first before selling. Any exclusions? I don't want to meet companies with more than 100 employees and no one-man bands. And the location is Australia only. So if you know somebody, if you don't know somebody, and this is not worthy for you, you can just hide this job. Now, Joe, show them how you can accept a job if you think, wow, I know somebody who fits this criteria.
Sure. Basically, you have two ways to accept a job. You can use the leftmost button against the job. This is refer from trusted connection, or the second button that relates directly to the profile that's loaded. So I'll start with the refer Gemma. So when you click on that, you get this pop-up that lets you to describe the profile that you want to refer. you can key in a proper description of that profile and send it using the yes refer button. I
Just
don't want to
so
refer right now because I want to show you another feature before I can refer this and the job goes away.
this is beautiful, Joe. Just a couple of things to explain this a bit. Joe, just notice you put there briefly describe Hilda. So you just need to fix that replace field. Guys, just remember this is beta, hey? So I told you up front, there's going to be little copy errors. There's little things behind the scenes. So please forgive us. That's why we're having you guys here today. So we can do it. So it should say there, please describe Gemma. Now, what you just put in here is to say, Gemma is a lovely lady, She's a friend of mine. She's a client of mine. It's just a little bit of a description of this individual and how you know them. And this is now you accepting the job because you want to refer Gemma and get $30 for referring Gemma to Scott or whoever the client is. Thanks, Joe. Sorry, you can carry on.
Sure, thank you. Before I go to refer from trusted connections, I'd like to show the capability to hide the job. Basically, if you are not interested in the job or maybe you don't know anyone who matches the criteria, you can just hide the job and you can view the other jobs that are available. So basically you do that with this button and just hide. It will go away. If there are others, they'll come to the top of the list. But then again, you can still be able to, if you change your mind later on, you can still be able to bring back the job so you can work on it. So when you click on that hide job, hide jobs, you click on that and you'll get the list of the jobs you've hidden. You can just click on any to hide and it comes back. Well, let's go to the referral bit. Well, right now with the Gemma on the screen, I can't be able to refer this to the job. Maybe put in a detailed description. This is not the best, but
It's true.
Yeah. But this is just for demo. So let me just push this and it's a sync.
I think it's just a refresh there, Joe. So Warren in the back end will pick up whether that job's been accepted and trigger it from that side.
Yeah. So from this end, this goes back to the back end and the next steps follow.
So just what Joe was trying to show you there, guys, which will be working shortly because we've seen this as working, is when you accept a job, it disappears. So you can't get more than one person fighting for a job. Once you've accepted a job, right, that job disappears from the job board until it has been approved or declined by the client. And I'm going to get to that in the second phase just now. I'm going to go into more detail about how the backend works. So, but you, to make money, that's it, guys. That's all you need to know. You just go, yes, I accept a job. I'm going to create a referral. There's two ways of creating a referral. Either they could be in your trusted connections, or they could be a first degree LinkedIn person. So we don't allow you to introduce somebody that's outside of your first degree LinkedIn yet. We'll do that in phase 2 because we just want to make sure that LinkedIn gives a nice bit of security. They must have a LinkedIn profile and you must have connected with them on LinkedIn in order for them to be eligible for you to then make money from the process. So it's important for you to know that. We might change this down the line, but for now, we'd rather be safe than sorry. If you don't want, if you look through the jobs and you see that there's none, that they're not useful for you, just hide them and you can just keep an eye out for new jobs that take place. How's that, Joe? I think that's everything, right? On that side. Anything else you want to share?
Yeah, that's everything.
Beautiful, mate. Great job. Thank you. You can stop sharing.
Sure.
Now, what that's going to do, guys, is it's going to trigger a process in the back end, which I'm going to go into detail on. But that concludes the beginning, the overall process. The back-end process triggers an email to the client and says, would you like to approve Gemma? Is she the right person? If they approve, something will happen. If no, the job reopens again. There's a bunch of things I'm going to take you through in terms of the payment process, all of that. But for those people who just wanted an overview, let's talk about any question and answers for a few minutes, and then I'll go into a bit more detail on how the process is going to work. Is anything urgent that somebody wants to unmute and ask a question? Or put your hand up if you like, if you've got anything you want to ask. I know Cherie's going crazy. I can hear her typing, answering lots and lots of questions in the chat. Does anyone have a question though in the meantime that wants to unmute and ask?
I'll ask a question real quick, Scott. They need to be in your most trusted circle in order to be able to refer them?
No, there's two options. They could either be trusted connections. So they can be in your trusted connections to refer them, but they don't have to be. But they do have to be a first degree LinkedIn connection of yours.
Right.
Okay. And we did that because of an extra layer of security. We don't want people referring arbitrary people they might not know. Right now, it's a case of safety first, but it should be a warm introduction. Nikki?
Yeah, two things. You said by about Monday, this will go live, that we can stop, referring and things like that. We'll be notified about that, or just keep an eye on it. And the second question is our affiliate link. I've already got my affiliate link, the number. Do I need to attach that to, is that something completely separate, or is that to do with this?
Right. So the affiliate link that you've guys got, and I've put the links again. If you want to sign up to be a client, there's a client link in the chat. And for those watching the replay, it's in the description. If you want to be an affiliate, for those people who weren't here earlier, you can fill out an affiliate. What an affiliate is, okay, so Nikki, if you know somebody that wants to pay money to book a meeting, they want to meet a lawyer, then use your affiliate tag. If they sign up using your affiliate tag, you will get 5% of whatever they spend with us in perpetuity. That means you can go out and find clients, sign them up. You don't have to do any referring. You don't have to get involved in any of that side. You just bring in a client. That's what an affiliate does. Then you have the clients filling the client form, and you guys are welcome to fill that out now. I'd appreciate it if anybody watching this can give it a go. Just try it. Spend $30. See if you can book a meeting. You won't get a meeting in a hurry because, you will get it when we go live on Monday. But we're going to queue the jobs, and when we go live on Monday, those jobs are all going to be available to all of you guys. Okay.
I have a question.
Terry.
Yeah, I have a question. Just so everything's clear, I think I understand the affiliate. I have a guy who wants to book people who want to be on radio and TV. And right now, he's willing to pay me a commission for that. My confusion is, if I book him say, hey, you could get referrals worldwide if you can do that. And I put him, say, go be a client. Then he's going through the system and I'm getting 5%. Is that correct, as an affiliate of anything that's booked? But there's no way for me to say, by the way, those were through me, and now the agreement we had before, if I'm finding you business, I get a percent. How would I handle that, or what's the best way to handle that?
Yeah, so that's a good question, Terry. You're in a slightly unique case, and I think I'd like to maybe if you can stay on a bit longer afterwards, I'd like to address that because it's quite a complicated answer, and there's some techniques that we're developing to make it easier. But right now, if you sign him up as a client, you'll make 5%. If you don't do any of those referrals, somebody else does, then you see, we pay the 5% out of the 30% fee. That's why it's 30%. So we pay you 5%, potentially someone else 5%.
Well,
we keep 20%.
Yeah. In my mind, I was working this scenario that I would go in as a client looking for people to book for that position. And then when someone raised then I would connect them to that person. But I don't want to subsidize the system. I want to learn it and do it the proper way. So, that's why I asked the question. Thank you.
No problem. So we'll discuss in more detail later. But one thing you can think about is you could be a lead generation agency. So in other words, you fill out the form on behalf of the client, but you check out the meetings, you do it all, and you just set the client up. In other words, you can be a lead generator. That's something we're going to talk about later. Didn't want to get into too much detail, but Terry, I think that's what it. Vignesh, last quick question before I show you the details of how the back-end process works.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Scott. So one question I had is like, as a business owner, like for a software, like IT services company, like how can we make best utilizing this tool for getting like outsourced projects?
Okay, so if you want to get clients, right, then fill out the client form, which I posted in the chat, and follow that process. That's all you do. And you say, I want to meet somebody who's looking for, I want to meet IT managers in this company or whatever. That's what you're looking for. So you fill out the client form. Okay. So yes, you're a client. If you want to make money and generate revenue by making referrals, then you just simply log into My Most Trusted. You look for the jobs and you pick up a job. So easy. What we're looking to do is find people who know people, and that's where you can make money. Okay, I'm going to share my screen now, guys, and I'm going to start going into a little bit more detail about the process. And this really is a thing of beauty that I'm going to show you guys now. It's absolutely stunning. Now, you don't have to learn this backend system, guys. This is our backend system, but I want to show you the way that the process works because it creates a series of triggers. Okay, now, for those of you who have signed up with clients, you'll get an email that looks like this. And this is the look and feel of all the emails. And there's quite a few emails that go back and forth. So it's called One Meeting Can Change Your Life. It's all obviously part of My Most Trusted. All right. So it's you'll get emails from My Most Trusted. One Meeting Can Change Your Life. And we facilitate that introduction. So you get a sign up form and these are what the emails are going to look like. So I just want to show you what the look and feel looks like as I take you through the process. Right now, what's going to happen is we use something called sales funnels. Okay. And status changes. Let's just see if I have interest, if anybody's in here at the moment. Let me just quickly log back in. It's expired. All right, great. You can see a whole bunch of people have already started jumping in on this as they start. So let's say we've got Davina and Colin. Thanks, guys. You guys are ready to test an actual meeting. So what you've done is you filled out a client form, which is excellent. Then what you can then do is you'll fill out a job card and say, I'm looking to meet this kind of person. It then takes you to the payment gateway, and then it'll go from there. Now, what will happen, I don't want to use too much detail here and go into too much information, but what's going to happen is it's going to create status changes along the way. So each job card has a status, and each status has an email attached to it. All right, and you can see all these emails that have been written. Now, watch what they look like, then it's going to all make sense to you. So this email that I showed you just now, which is a welcome email, is triggered when a new client comes on board. Okay, so Colin, you'll be getting an email that looks like this, which I showed you just now. Sorry, guys, I know it's a bit small. I hope you guys aren't going to break your eyes trying to see this. There we go. Just trying to make it a little bit bigger, so hopefully you guys can see that. All right, so this is basically saying, as a client, welcome. Now, for those of you who are My Most Trusted users making money, it's important to know the process. But your job is quite easy because you just simply make the introduction, you get paid. But you'll see just now, the client can yay or nay it. And I'm going to get to that in a section. So you've now signed up as a client and you're ready to become a client. Great. So you've got your first email. Then you get waiting for payment because you might have signed up as a client, but you haven't filled in a job card yet. So when you fill out a job card, it'll basically say, once you filled out a job card, it's going to say, hi, thank you for completing a referral job card. So you can complete a client form, but not ever fill out a job card. In other words, you're a client, but you're not a paying client, you're dormant. When you fill out a job card, that's where things become fun. So thank you for completing a referral job card. This might just be the one meeting that will change your life. If you've not already done so, click here to go to online store and make payment. We talk about the money is safe, etc. A job cannot go live until you've paid. So we will look after the money that you're prepared to pay. So if you give it a go right now and say, I'm going to spend $30 on a job, cool, I'm going to pay $30, but don't pay, your job won't be able to go live. It automatically goes to our payment gateway. You put your credit card details in, we do the payment, we hold the money, and it automatically triggers the next phase of the email, okay? Which is, thank you for paying. Okay. So it's hi name. We have received your payment. Thank you. Before we go live, we're quickly going to check your criteria. Sometimes a few tweaks make a big difference. What I do this personally at the moment, and I'm handling all this personally to begin with, is when you filled out a job form, I'm going to check it before it goes live. I might be able to give you some guidance on making it a little bit better and just giving it a bit more detail to make sure that the person who refers you gives you the right kind of referral. So I check it first. We don't just go live with the job unless I check it first. Tell me if I'm going too fast. Hopefully this is all making sense to you guys. Okay. Then we have payment notify. This notifies me. This is an internal email that notifies me that somebody has been paid and I need to check it. I then go out and check it and I make the job live and it triggers an email. Now, for those of you that are making money from referrals, you're not involved yet. You're going to be involved shortly, and I'm going to show you how that you get involved soon. So for the client, so it's hi client, your request is now live. Our network is searching high and low to get you that meeting. Now your job is now live on the dashboard that Joe showed you earlier within its own tab of My Most Trusted. You can be a client and never ever use My Most Trusted. You never even install My Most Trusted. That's okay. Obviously, we would love you to install My Most Trusted and use it, but you don't have to be a client. So it's really important for you guys as affiliates. Don't think somebody has to install My Most Trusted to be a client. They don't have to. Okay. This meeting will not be random. He or she will be a trusted colleague of someone in our network. Please treat the introduction with sanctity and respect. All right, your next notification will contain a link to a LinkedIn profile. Take a look at this URL. Is this the kind of person you're expecting to meet? If you can approve it, if not. Okay, now you wait. Now the person who's doing the referrals is out there looking for somebody that matches your criteria. If they find a referral that matches your criteria and accept the job, you're going to get an approved URL. So it's hi client. This will be obviously the person's name, won't say unknown. It'll say Stephen or Gemma or Scott in our network thinks they have found you the perfect meeting. Have they? It'll put the LinkedIn URL and the description of that person. You as a client now have the opportunity to go, I love this person. It's exactly the kind of person that I want to meet, and push the yes button. I'm guessing if I push yes, it's not going to work, because it needs to be linked to a particular person. I'll click it, but don't yell at me if it doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't work. Okay. That's because it needs to be linked to a particular individual. If I put no, then an email gets triggered. Sorry, Gemma, but the person you try to refer to us is not good enough. It's been rejected, and the job goes back live so that other people can go and search for that person. So you have the opportunity as a client to accept or reject a potential referral. However, once you say yes and you've accepted it, then there's no turning back. You're now locked into that meeting. And if that meeting happens, you need to pay for it. It's only if the meeting does not occur for whatever reason that we potentially might go back, put the job live again. But now it's like, yes, you've approved this person, off we go. Let's go to the next journey. This is the reject URL that I showed you about earlier. So it's hi, Gemma, whoever it is. I'm sorry, but the client rejected your candidate for an introduction. This is the reason they gave. If you reject somebody and say, this is not good enough, we would like you to please put a reason so that the person who doesn't feel too bad about it and they can understand to improve next time. Okay. And we can also improve next time. Okay. And then the job goes back live again. Is this all make sense? Hopefully this is all great, guys. Hopefully this is all cruising. If this goes ahead and you say yes, the person who's referring, so if you're looking to make money from referrals, now this email is for you. It says the client, that should say, has agreed to meet this person, who is the person you're going to introduce them. Please initiate the introduction. Use whatever method you prefer, but use this email chain to keep all parties in the loop, to keep the lines of communication official. So here's what happens. Now, this is really important, guys. It's very possible that if you want to pay $500 to meet the CEO of a listed company, right? You're going to pay a lot of money for this. However, the person who's going to refer you might go, hang on, I'm not just going to refer you. I don't know you. I want to set up a meeting first. They can reply to this meeting, this email, and say, listen, Mr. Client, you seem like a really great person, but before I introduce you to a potentially blue chip company, I want to meet with you first for a few minutes, get to know you, and let's discuss how best you should meet this person to make the most amount of money. Remember, you may have included a commission on top of the fee, so that this meeting might be quite important. So you might meet, it might go back and forth. It might take weeks before the meeting actually takes place, because you really want to do a great job of making sure that referral works. Okay. So this is, once again, client. If you have any special requests, such as you'd like to be in the meeting when it takes, so that's not client. This is the client, because this email is CC'd on both parties. Client has agreed to meet this person. And it also says to the referrer, if you have any special requests, like maybe you want to be in the meeting when it takes place, or you'd like to chat to prepare for the introduction, you can set it up in this email chain. Then, once the introduction has been officially made, the person who's doing the referral clicks here, so we are notified in the back end. Once the meeting has taken place, the client notifies us, so we can pay the referrer their money, and the deal will be concluded. And once again, any additional commission deal you two have on the side is completely yours. We don't get involved, nor are we responsible. We might get involved later, but for phase one, we're not. So we only work with the fees. Okay, so let's go to the next one now. Okay, this is now notifying the referrer that says, hi to the referrer, you're about to introduce the client to this person. Feel free to ask the client any questions or even meet with the client first. Once you have made the introduction, click here to notify us. This notifies the back end of our system that the introduction has taken place. And the status then moves from waiting for introduction to waiting for the meeting. So in other words, you as the referrer have done everything you could possibly do now. You've made the introduction, you've told us you've made the introduction, but now the meeting needs to take place and the client needs to accept that. Okay. And this is the email that takes place then. So, hi client, Gemma, or whatever, has introduced you to this person. In order for Gemma to get paid for the introduction, please click here once the meeting has taken place. Remember, you have approved the meeting. We are not responsible for how well the meeting went. We're only responsible for getting the meeting to you. As soon as you've had that meeting, click the above so we can conclude the deal, and then Gemma can get paid. There's a bit of stuff that's going to happen in the back end after that with regards to payment. Okay. And there's a few other things. I won't go into too much detail about that at the moment. There's status changes that trigger our accounts department, and then we notify the individual that we need their banking details. Do we pay by PayPal or Wise? I don't get involved in that side of it. Our accounts department organizes that. But that's essentially how the process works. So it goes back and forth via email until the job is concluded and the individual is paid. You should all then be smiling and going, awesome, I've got an amazing meeting. You've done a great introduction. The money's safe, secure, it's all guaranteed. And you can put a big smile on your face because you've got a warm, and I want to reiterate that, guys, a warm introduction to a flippin' awesome person using the system. Right, everybody, I would like to now go to full view, and I want to ask you guys, still almost 40 people on the call. For those of you watching the replay, all the links are in the description. Please send me feedback. I need to get your feedback because I know you're in different sides of the world and couldn't be at this meeting today. Right, who has got any questions? Cherie, I know there's been a lot of typing, a lot of chat going on. Where do you want to start? Cherie, do you want to start? Or do you want to...
How does this work? Let me just...
Okay, so Cherie's going to look for a few questions for us. Has anybody else in the meantime want to ask a question that's not in the chat? We'll deal with that now. For those of you who are happy, go guys. The links are in the chat. You can start using it. Literally good to go, like rock and roll. Make it happen. Shall I put the link one more time? Cherie's you're going to get started. Okay.
Okay, Scotty, can you hear me all good?
Yep, I can hear you.
All right, so we did have quite a few questions. Sorry, I was trying to keep up with all the questions. There were quite a few. So there were a few that I think I would like you to answer. I have tried my best in answering them in the chat, but as you know, typing quickly, and I even noticed a few typos, it can actually make the answers look a little bit weird. So someone actually asked now, okay, this was quite a prevalent question. Quite a few people were asking it. The question is basically, how did you know that someone won't sidestep you in the commission process, once they have been given the LinkedIn profile and arrange their own meeting? Are there any protocols in place? So my answer was, well, I mean, obviously anyone can go on LinkedIn and look for people cold, and you can always try and connect to them. I mean, that's what people do every day on LinkedIn. That's the whole point of LinkedIn. The fact that whether they're going to actually accept your connection or not is really, your guess and someone else's guess. But if you actually go through a process of someone who knows that person you're trying to connect with and knows them well, and the person you're trying to connect with actually trusts the person in between, if that person in between endorses you and actually introduces you to that person, you have a way better chance of that person accepting your connection request and actually setting up a meeting. So Scott, I don't know if you want to elaborate on that, but people are saying, maybe, people will be given the link to check out, and then instead of actually honoring the whole process, sidestepping it, set up the meeting themselves, and maybe saying, oh, the meeting didn't happen, or
No,
it actually did.
it'll be
So
a
how do we
complete,
manage that?
it'll be a complete disaster. And for many reasons. First of all, no one's going to accept your LinkedIn connection invitation cold. If you're so unscrupulous that you're going to mention the person who was going to give you that warm introduction, we will find out down the line anyway. That person is a warm introduction. They're going to find out that that meeting took place. So that's not going to happen. Also, you've already paid the money anyway. So what difference does it make? Guys, it will almost never happen. There might be a very, very rare occasion when it does. Don't worry. Really, guys. It's all going to be fine. They've already paid for it. The process is in place. And reason we're here is for a warm introduction. That's what you're paying for, a warm introduction.
So I think that was quite important, Scott, that answer. And I actually omitted from saying it. The person who's asking, looking for the referral. So Sonay, I think you were the one who posted that question. What if they sidestep the whole thing? The guy's already paid. The money's out of his account. He's paid for it. So for him to go and just do it cold, he'd be stupid. So there's no sidestepping anything. He's paid. So he wants that his money to be honored. So he will allow the process to continue. So if someone has referred someone to them, they've gone to their profile page, he's already paid for the money. If he wants to try and connect with them directly himself, then he's just wasted $30 if it doesn't work out because he messed it up. So I think that answers it. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's also Susie, it's also very difficult trying to answer questions and concentrate.
Yeah,
So
no, we'll go through the questions one by one. This is what we hear. If everyone wants to raise their hand and open off mute, that's fine. The payment, remember, guys, the client pays upfront. All right, we've got their money. Majestic holds their money. The money goes to the person who made the introduction when the meeting has taken place. I just want to make that clear. So we've already got their money, but we don't pay it out until it's done. Mark Jarrett.
Hi. I've just signed up as an affiliate. Where do I sign in to check the stats and everything?
Yeah, so that's a great point. We're building that at the moment. So in the meantime, what will actually happen is when a job gets to the end, you'll be CC'd or connected on the chain that will let you know once a job has taken place. So yeah, that's a really good point, Mark. We're working on that.
Okay.
The data is in the system. We know your name is associated. I don't need to go into the back end detail now, but your name is associated with anything that client does once that affiliate tag is in. So the data is all in there. It's just a case of building reporting to make it easier for you.
Okay. Thank you.
But you can go now, guys. The affiliate tag is working.
All right, Scotty. So just very quickly, like Susie, you're saying you were busy filling out the form and you missed quite a bit. We will send you the recording so you can go through the process again and the recording. So another question was based on that. So is the client paying for a warm referral or a booked appointment? Basically, the person who did the referral only gets paid once the meeting's happened. So answer, Scott.
Yes. Okay. This is that's a great question. Okay. The meeting must take place, but you don't book the appointment for the client. No way. You don't do that. All you do is you make the referral. You do the introduction and say, Mark Jarrett is a super legend. This is someone you should meet. I'd like to introduce you. This is so-and-so. Here's the introductions. And then just keep an eye on it to make sure that the two of them meet. Now, in other in other kind of more advanced tricks and tips on how to do a meeting, we'll show you how to do a referral better, what wording to use, etc. But that's a good point. You do not book the meeting for that person. They book the meeting themselves. But yes, you'll only get paid when the meeting takes place. Why? Because it's very easy. And this is easy to jippo the system if we didn't do it this way, to go meet the CEO is the best person. Made the introduction, but you don't really know the CEO. The CEO ignores them and nothing ever happens. And the person paying is going to be annoyed. So the meeting does have to take place. A proper warm introduction done properly will always lead to a meeting. And then you get paid when that meeting takes place. Does that make sense? Who asked that question? It was a really good question. It's a good point.
I think it was Terry. So
Yeah.
just to like further elaborate on that, that's also going to stop people just willy-nilly adding referrals, saying, yeah, here's a referral,
Yes.
here's a referral. That
That's right.
person who's saying, listen, you're looking for the CEO of this kind of company. I actually know this person. I will do the introductions. You're actually putting your own name on the line by offering these referrals. So you're not going to just add willy-nilly referrals where when the person actually tries to set up a meeting, he will eventually come back to us and say, listen, this meeting hasn't happened, and rejects it. So you won't get paid anyway. And then you'll just get a bad reputation for handing over really bad referrals. You can only refer people that you actually do know, that you know, wait a minute, I actually do know this person very well. I'm willing to introduce you. And thank you for my $30 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So I think
be
I hope that
hundreds.
answers that question.
Guys, I want to reiterate the industry right now. You do not get a lead generation company to book your high quality appointment for less than $500 US. There are companies paying $1,500 US for one quality meeting. That's how much money is going, and they're not that great because there's a lot of coercion and things going on. If a warm introduction where you can within minutes do an introduction, boom, 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 introduce that person, you can make a lot of money out of this. So as we build a brand, as we build a reputation, get ready, because there's money to be made here, guys. This is why we built it. We see a massive gap in the market for this.
All right, so Scotty, another question. Do the people get access to a list of people wanting referrals, allowing them to check their networks?
No, you don't need to do that. That's too much work. All you do is fill out a job card and it'll go out to all those 2,000, what's over 2,000 now, members of our network, and all those members of the network are going to go, yes, I know that person. If you want to use My Most Trusted in the normal way, remember, My Most Trusted is a network of 2,000 plus people with 15,000 plus trusted connections all working together. That's what My Most Trusted is. That's separate. We'll talk about that separately.
No,
but
Scott,
if you're willing to pay,
I think the question's the other way around. I want to know, okay, I've got a network of people, but I don't know if what I have is matching what these people are wanting. So how do I know who wants what referrals? They're asking, where do we get notified of this person, this client is looking for this kind of person? How will they get notified to see if they actually have those people to do the introduction?
That's what Joe showed you. That's exactly what we showed Joe just now. Joe showed you the screen grab of how it works in My Most Trusted. There's a list of jobs available. And it says, this client is looking for a lawyer in London. Here's all the criteria. Then you can see, yes, I know that person. They might be in trusted connections, or you might just know them. There might be a first degree LinkedIn connection. You can connect the two together and you can do it. That's where it all happens within My Most Trusted. So all you have to do as a My Most Trusted user, if you want to make money, is keep an eye out on the jobs. Beautiful.
Yeah, I think the question was asked because the person may have missed it, because people are busy trying to fill in the affiliate forms and stuff like that. So probably that was the case. I've got a few more questions to answer that I had got long ago, and there's more coming in. So just bear with me, guys.
No,
okay,
it's cool.
So
we'll go on a bit of extra half an hour. I know some people got to leave, but the recording will be available. Check the recording and watch what Joe showed you. That's the key for the network. Next question.
Okay, so Terry quickly asked before the end of the day, are we going to discuss the agency or lead company? I don't know what that means.
Yes. Okay. So what that basically means is this. Now, we still got a bit more work to do to really nurture and work with lead generation companies. If you're a lead generation company or you want to be a lead generation company, then what you do is you become the client. You are the client. And you fill out that form on the job cards on behalf of the client. Then when a meeting is ready to take place, you just bring the client in, and the introduction happens between the client and the other individual, not you. You can become a lead generation company, or if you are a lead generation industry, just tick the box that says I'm a lead generation company, and you can then charge your clients $500 for a meeting. Come to us and charge and pay $100 for the meeting. See, what's happening at the moment is lead generation companies are out there phoning, calling, emailing, messaging, advertising for leads for their clients and paying $500, $1,000 and getting paid $500 to $1,000. They can come to us and supplement that using our system. That's the power of the lead generation side of things.
Okay, great. Thanks. That makes sense. And then this kind of leads into another question. It might be similar. What about if you introduce some other affiliates? Because this person asked the question has a number of those kinds of people in the network who could become affiliates. So I'm not too sure if it was, I am an affiliate, but I want to actually introduce other people who could potentially be affiliates. How do they go about that? So other than sending on the form, I'm not too sure if that person who asked the question also wants a commission for
yes.
bringing
No,
on
they want
more
commission,
affiliates.
Cherie, don't worry.
Okay.
Okay, so if you bring in an affiliate, does the affiliate, you get paid. So we haven't built that yet, but the facility is available. In other words, what we're going to do is we're going to create an affiliate tag on the affiliate form. Then you can get people to fill out the affiliate and then become an affiliate, and you'll be attached to that affiliate. It's coming soon. The facility is available, but we don't have it yet. I love you guys, always looking for that extra. It's beautiful. These are what we want.
I think I'd answer this, but how do affiliates get paid? Just to refer a client, and I think that was 5% ongoing.
Correct.
Please explain that a bit more in detail.
Yep, that's right. So remember the difference with an affiliate. Affiliate is not somebody who's done a referral. If you make the referral, then you are a referrer. Okay, that's different. You're making money from your network. An affiliate is just somebody who goes out there and finds possible clients. If Mark Jarrett, for example, is spending £1,000 a month because he wants to meet with, lawyers in London, right? And he's willing to pay, forget the £1,000 per meeting, right? And Mark Jarrett is currently paying £1,000 a month for every one of his meetings. And you go, Mark, use this tool, dude. You can get it for a couple of £100 instead of paying 1,000 that you've got now. And Mark goes, okay, send me the link. You send them the link with your affiliate tag. Whatever Mark spends, you'll get 5% forever. That's how the affiliate works. And you should have all those links in the chat. Vinesh, do you have a question there?
Yeah.
I've got a few more as well. Sorry.
Okay. Vinesh, should we just do Vinesh quickly?
No, let Vinesh do it. Let Vinesh do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, sure. So the question is like, as a business owner, like you mentioned, there is a client referral who got us a business, they introduced, but as said, let's say it's a CEO or a third degree decision maker, but the person doesn't know us, right? So, I mean, that becomes like a complicated issue. Like if I know through a personal connection, that's a different game. But this is something, maybe we have good reviews or good followers, but still, so for that, for that connection to get materialized, like, so this tool doesn't do to that extent. It's just a warm connection, right? Beyond that, it's up to us to make that happen.
That's right. And they're actually, so if you become it's also a really good point. If you get really good at using My Most Trusted and you're building your second degree connections, if you're really clever and you see somebody that Mark Jarrett's willing to pay $500 to meet a lawyer in London, but you don't know a lawyer in London, but you know how to use My Most Trusted really well, you'll be able to go to My Most Trusted, find somebody who knows a lawyer in London, meet with them and say, would you introduce me to that lawyer? Yes, that's great. Then say, just wait, I want you to introduce my client and we'll split the fee 50-50. We don't have the facility in place to do that yet, which will come down the line, but you could still do it if you're clever. And we're going to do, like, to turn you into an advanced referrer is one of the things we're going to be teaching down the line. But it's a great question, Vinesh.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Scott.
Cool.
So I just want to make a comment because, obviously this is still beta testing. And some people, and I totally agree. I mean, just trying to answer questions. I missed half of your presentation. I need to actually rewatch the recording just to keep up to the loop of stuff because I need to, be kept into the swing of things. So a lot of people were trying to fill in their affiliate forms and things like that and actually got to miss out a lot on what was being said. I just want to rest assure everyone, we will send you the recording of this so you can, make up for maybe what you had missed. But I suppose the next time, Scotty, if we do this again, just let people know, don't worry about filling out the form right now. I'm going to go into more detail about stuff, because obviously filling out the form, you've got to think, you're writing down your questions, your thoughts, whatever it is, and you miss half the presentation. So I just wanted to make that point, that next time, just keep that in mind, that, you know, not everyone can multitask where they've got 5 ears, one on you and 2 on themselves and the forms.
Yeah.
Anyway, so next question. Are there guidelines to what we may or may not say as affiliates? Is there like marketing material available? I think you kind of said we would help
great.
out
No, we're
with some-
building that marketing material. I'm going to give you guys wording to use. We're going to give you a whole bunch of stuff. So once we've got the affiliates registered on that affiliate network, we're going to start triggering emails. We're going to start giving you information that's coming. Oh, you guys are asking
great.
such wonderful questions. Yeah, we're going to be designing stuff. We're going to give you material, all kinds of cool stuff. Yeah.
All right. So once the prospect is added to the trusted connections, okay, no, I already answered this. And I think the person's gone already. But just to rest assured for anyone, if you do add people to the My Most Trusted Connections, it will not remove them from LinkedIn. It's got nothing to do with actually adding or taking people off LinkedIn. So when you add someone to My Most Trusted, they are already a LinkedIn first degree connected person to you. Adding them to this list, it's just like copying all their data and putting it on your own Excel spreadsheet somewhere. That's not going to remove them from LinkedIn, and neither will this. So absolutely no, it will not remove them from LinkedIn. So that was that answer, if in case anyone else wanted to know. Then someone asked, what do you mean by the deal size? 5% of the £100 or the dollars, or the 5% of the deal between the referee and the client? So I just also wanted to just make sure people were quite clear on that the initial fee that is selected, like the 30 or the 50 or the $100, whatever, that is a My Most Trusted managing process. I think we retain 30% of that, and then the referrer will get 70% of that. But any commission thereafter that the client agrees with the referrer, that's got nothing to do with us, that's between you and the client. And if they offer you 10% of whatever the deal closes, and you continue getting 10% in perpetuity for that, or whatever, however, that's between you and them, completely nothing to do with us, and you retain all of it.
That's a really good point. And just to clarify, the affiliate commission is 5% on the total amount. So if Mark, poor Mark is now like everywhere, I'm using him as an example. Don't worry, Mark. So if Mark decides that he's going to spend $100, right, on meetings, then the affiliate will get $5, 5% of that $100. Okay. The referrer will get $70 and we'll keep $30, but we pay Mark his $5 out of our $30. Okay. So yes, you don't pay the referral or anything like that. So hopefully that answers that question.
Okay. And then once again, it was the same thing. What stops someone from viewing their LinkedIn profile, arranging their own private meeting sites, setting the referral process? I think we kind of covered that. They've already paid for it, so they would be stupid to sidestep the process. So, and then is the nature of the meeting with the other person strictly between me and the other person, and the contents of the meeting undisclosed? Absolutely. When you finally have the meeting with the person you wanted to meet, like for sure, I mean, that's between you and the person. You don't disclose it to anyone if you don't want to.
Correct. Yep. That's all private. Once that meeting takes place, that's all from you. Our goal is just to get you those meetings with high quality introductions and via a warm referral. My feeling is this right now is that there's people with amazing networks out there that are doing referrals and making introductions. Mark is one of them. There's many of you guys watching this. We want to give you guys the opportunity to start making money. 90% of your referrals will always be free, maybe even 95%. But those high quality ones that people are willing to pay for, I think we need a mindset change. We need to view the referrals that we make with a quantifiable value, because that's what people are paying out there to meet for the very people. You might be best mates with somebody right now, going to play golf with them, going to the pub, having a glass of wine at the wherever over dinner, with somebody who will pay fortune to get a meeting with that person. Something to think about that. Cherie, Gabriel.
So how do you know it's a high quality referral?
It's not up to the client, puts their details in. It's what's high quality for them is different to someone else. That referral, that high quality referral, is defined by the client. So that for a client, the person might go, I want to meet this lawyer, this person, this individual. If you know someone, let me know. You find somebody who fits that criteria, you send it off to the lawyer. Our system will do it all for you. Sends it off. Is this the right quality lawyer? If yes, cool, done. Make the referral, get paid.
And they've also got the option to reject it and say, no, actually, this is not really what I'm looking for. This is not the right person. So
Yes,
the actual client, when they get given the option, they will let you know, oh, actually, this is not really a high quality referral. I'm not willing to pay $50 for this. This is wrong. And that's what will determine whether it's high quality or not.
perfect. Excited, guys. Hopefully you guys are looking at this going, this is awesome. I hope so. Anyone else? Is that it? Are we good?
When are you free for a one-to-one, Scott?
What's that, Mark?
When's your next slot available?
To meet me for one-to-one?
Yeah.
You need to fill out a form and then you need to pay $30.
Give it
Yeah,
a
I'll
few
send it through
months.
to you, mate. I'll send it through to you. Let's meet.
That's it.
Brilliant, guys. If there's anything else, I think we're good. I'm so excited, guys. This is power. It's power. If you're watching it, all the links are below. Just do it. I'll send it out. You'll have the recording. Susie looks excited. She's got a big smile on her face. Mark's excited. Sine is always smiling. Most of you guys don't have your video on strategically. Vinesh, last quick question, and then we'll finish off.
Yeah, sure, Mark. So the final question is, we have been trying this LinkedIn Sales Navigator tool, where something we can find for prospects using the recommended list. So you feel that this is kind of a competitor for that approach, or your tool?
Not even in the slightest. Not even in the slightest. Here's the problem with LinkedIn and Sales Navigator and everything. LinkedIn, you're looking at people's second-degree connections. When LinkedIn had a heart back when it first started, maybe they never had a heart. When they first started, the idea was that everybody in your connections in LinkedIn was someone you knew. That's not like that anymore. It's become a social media. So a second degree on LinkedIn means absolutely nothing. What we've done here with My Most Trusted is create proper second degree trusted connections. Everybody in our network is a trusted connections. So no, Sales Navigator won't help you at all. It's got some great search functionalities. You can reach out for sales prospecting. This is completely different. This is all about warm referrals and warm connections and warm introductions. LinkedIn, Sales Navigator, they don't go anywhere near that.
Got it. This tool basically connects everyone in a more better way. Yeah, sure, definitely. Yeah.
Brilliant. Gee, guys, that was fantastic. Thank you so much. I'll send you the recording. It'll be done soon. Go back, take a look at it. And yeah, you guys should have the links. Do you have time to fill out the forms now, guys? Are you happy? Now do you want to fill out the forms? You can pay attention. Now it's a fair point. There's the links one more time. Fill out the affiliate form if you want to be affiliate. Fill out the client form if you want to be a client. If you just want to make money, sit back, relax. Probably by Monday, early next week, look at your My Most Trusted and you'll see the new job tab appear. And if you know people, you can start making money. Guys, thank you all so much. It's been absolutely fantastic. Let's rock and roll. Thanks, guys.